All right, we start off with our third interview with Parmar family. So I'll ask you guys, what are your guys' name? What's your guys' names, and when did you guys come to Terrace BC?
My name is Nirmal Parmar. I came in the fall of 1969.
Okay.
And my name is Ronnie Parmar, and I came in March 1970.
And could you describe your guys your journey coming to Terrace BC? How did you guys come to be in Terrace BC?
Before coming to Terrace, I was in Victoria where I had a job for a short-time job, which I finished, and after that I was looking for more opportunity for work. And I had an opportunity for a job in up north here, so that brought me to Terrace. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So when you guys came here to Terrace BC, how many Punjabis were living in Terrace at that time, and did you guys have any families living here when you guys were in Terrace?
When I came in the fall of '69, there was none of my family, but I had about approximately 10 male heads. Out of 10, there were 7 of them who had families, that means wives, and some have children, some have none.
Yeah.
So that's the number of people I recall, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and when you guys came here, did you guys face any struggles or hardships or any obstacles of any sort when you guys came?
Well, there's always struggle because you don't have a new set of wheels. You have new place to live. You're looking for a rental place, and your jobs are sometimes challenging. They are not compatible to your schooling or your upbringing or your whatever.
Yeah.
So those kind of things were there.
Yeah.
My job was supposed to be what it was supposed to be, but it was not steady. So I had to shift and do some other work before I really got back into my real job of which is high school teaching. Yeah.
Okay. And is there any accomplishments that you are proud of today? Are there any accomplishments that you've achieved that you're proud of today?
My accomplishment is nothing except I work all my life and earn my living and raise my family, and the only thing I can see from the very beginning, from the early 70s, I have been trying to do whatever volunteer work I can do in the community I live in.
Yes.
And back in 70s, I started off as a volunteer fireman in Thornhill where I lived.
Yeah.
And then I got into the Boy Scouting because my son was in the Boy Scouts. And slowly moved on to other things that I became interested in the library, and after library became interested in the hospital, and then I eventually became into Multicultural Association, and slowly it moved on to other things, and finally after retiring I became more involved with the First Nation issues, like being part of Kermode Friendship Society in this town, and this is how it has been, you can call accomplishment as a volunteer and being part of the mosaic of this society.
Thanks for explaining that. And would you guys be able to explain describe the community life with other Punjabis back in the day? Like we were talking prior, you said that the beautiful days. Could you explain the community life back then?
Well, I can simply look back and say how fortunate I was, and so was my family, to be part of other people who lived in town at the same time.
Yeah.
And raise a family at the same time. We always helped each other, support each other, and share our good times and not so good times fully. And it became so easy after the first Sikh temple was built in the town in the mid 70s. I think, if I remember, it was 1976.
78.
Later on, it became very easy because there was a central location or the place for all of us to go to on a very regular basis. Maybe it be weekly or monthly or different when there was some celebration.
Yeah.
Or other things like weddings and everything. And slowly it became a community in itself, yeah.
Great. And could you describe your relationships with the other communities as well? Like, can you remember any good relationships with the other communities?
Well,
as
mine
well?
been good because of my mother. My volunteer work is very valued by other people.
Yeah.
Whoever I work with, whichever group I work with, and that made us more visible in the society and sort of raising or participating or raising funds for different events. To give you an example, the first swimming pool was built in town, arena was built in town in mid-70s. And the very first time there was an option by the British Columbian government, if you raise $1, they will match $1 for $1.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody started putting their dollars together. So East Indian community, whatever it was, a very limited number, they were able to chip in some money, and I have some testimonial of that time when money was donated to the building of the very first arena and the very first swimming pool this time.
Okay. And so we see that you've been here since 1969, if I'm correct, and you're still here. A lot of the Punjabi families also tended to move and stuff. A lot of their kids ended up moving, and they usually move down. So what still keeps you in Terrace? What do you like about it?
The big reason is before I came to Canada, I lived in a small place.
Okay.
I'm so used to living in a small place. I find it very difficult. Those big places, they're not. I lived there for a very short while, but they're not very compatible to me.
Yeah.
I feel living in a smaller community that connects you to the people more. And when you're in a bigger place, you're another number. You're lost. And that was a big reason. And then in a smaller community, everybody knows everybody. That's not the only thing. But even that, the total pollution is way less. Even noise is a pollution. Never mind air or dust or other things. So my thought is that smaller the community is, less is the pollution, and more is the connection with the people.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. And because you guys are in a sense the first ones that paved the way for a lot of the Punjabis today, such as myself and a lot of the younger generation.
Pretty hard to say. Everybody makes their own place in
Society. Yeah.
in the world for themselves, for the workplace and everything, through their own dedication, hard work and everything.
Yeah.
And you are simply there to give them a notch or whatever they need, a little bit of help.
Yeah.
Because you can't do things for other people, and so nobody has the time to do things for me.
Yeah.
So what I've done it myself, I have to do sacrifice or work hard or whatever.
Yeah.
It takes to succeed. That's I did, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any words of advice for the next generation of the Punjabi kids here and stuff?
Yeah, the next generation, look like the wave of new immigrants, the people who are coming in the last, I'll say 10 years, they are very well educated people who had a good schooling before they even come here.
Yeah.
So this was not the case when I came here. Even then, doesn't matter if you have it or not, even then my personal advice maybe that every one of us who comes from wherever, maybe India, maybe somewhere else, they have to learn or get them educated about Canada, and whatever the field of work is, there's no limit to more information, more knowledge, more technology. So keep on in touch and improve yourself, improve your schooling, improve your whatever the line of work you are. That's the way to succeed, yeah.
And final question is, because we still live in Terrace BC and we're part of the community as a whole, what would you want to see for the betterment of Terrace BC going forward?
Well, Terrace BC is very ideally located in northwest. It has still 150 kilometers to the coast, to the Pacific Ocean, and the whole interior of northwest is open to. Terrace is a regional place. About 7 or 8 communities around Terrace, which are satellite ones, starting with the Prince Rupert and then go to Stewart and the Kiramat and the Hazeltons and all the way to Houston and all that. I mean, they're much smaller than that, Terrace. So Terrace has become a hub of everything in the health area, and education area, and transportation area, like a bigger hospital, bigger airport, bigger college. So all those things are the good future of Terrace. Terrace is very well situated and located and well placed to be the leader of this whole area of Northwest. And ideally located right on the railway line and also on the Highway 16. So it's not a detour like a Kiramat or off the road or something. So it has a very good future in the next whatever number of years, unless things drastically change. The only limitation is the resources are limited. The most is the fishing, lumber industry, and the mining. So in those 3 areas, mining is not unlimited resource. Lumber is not an unlimited resource. So one day will come, all the wood will be used up, finished. The mines have a limited life, 30, 40, 50 years life. Now fishing is the only renewable resource with more and more fish come every year. So what we have to do here, always look for new opportunities. There might be manufacturing, there might be industrial. There's an industrial park at the airport right now, and they're trying to get people from overseas to come and set up their plant to manufacture things or process things. Like we have an LNG have found a place in Kiramat right on the water where they can ship their product to South Pacific Rim, and they are setting up this LNG plant. It will be completed in 3, 4 years or 5 years. So the point is always look at options or new opportunities to keep it vibrant. But if we look at the last 50 years, it has provided occupation, it provided bread and butter to a lot of people through wood industry, lumber industry, and mostly mining. And but the scope is very limited. When I came here, the population was 10,000, a little over 10,000. And even now, after 50 years, it's about 20,000, 18,000 or 20,000 chairs. Outlying area is another 5,000, 6,000. So it has not ballooned like some other places. But it's nice. In other ways, nice not to be ballooned. I mean, it becomes some places have become manifold than they were. Sometimes that kind of growth is not very good for rest of the family life.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks for having you, the both of you. So we have the Parmar family.
Oh, she didn't say a word.
Yeah.
I have some question for her. Ladies' life or whatever. I don't know if you have any, but.
Yeah. Was there any words of advice that you'd like to add on?
Yeah, I just, when I came and it was, I learned a lot of things, Canadian way of living and all that. It is good to learn and mingle with the people, all kind of people. And then, and work hard and be good to the people and enjoy the life how much you can. And
Yeah, try to integrate as most as possible and
Yeah.
blend in with the community
Blend
and
in,
yeah.
so we do, I think, most of the time, and we love Terrace,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful place, and we have wonderful friends all over, and they're very helpful, and whenever we need their help, they're there always, day or night.
Yeah.
And which is great to be live in Terrace.
Thanks. And was there any final words of conclusion that you guys had to have for the viewers?
Well, the biggest thing living in Terrace is the pollution. If you look at the pollution, the air pollution, noise pollution, this pollution, that pollution. So the air is so good. Everything is pollution free.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if you go to town, there are only few lights and not big traffic congestion. And you can go to point A to point B within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes to doctor, 5 minutes to hospital, 5 minutes to airport, 10 minutes to airport, 15 minutes to college. 10 minutes to shopping.
Yeah.
You park wherever you feel like.
Yeah.
All those kind of things. You know.
Yeah, we have a good.
I just went to some bigger town a couple of weeks ago, and the parking was $34 per night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, over here you don't even have to park. Yeah, you
No.
pay for parking.
Yeah, here and you have all the facility, and it takes 5-10 minutes to go anywhere, and they have a good doctors and good medical facility, and then the college. I went to the college, learned something, and then it is everything close by, and the friends are so it's so wonderful.
Most self-contained community, yeah.
Yeah, not to have to go too far whenever we go to other places, and it takes forever doing things.
Even the UNBC campus now, a lot of work can be done here.
Yeah.
We don't get everything. Some specialties, some sciences, or forestry, or you have to go to some other location for getting postgraduate or maybe graduate degrees. But you can do a lot of work in health sector, in nursing, first 2 or 3 years of sciences, in undergraduate program, all those kind of things. So there's a lot of money for the young people when they're starting their life.
Yeah.
So they can have enough basic schooling, basic education here.
Yeah.
Before they embark on bigger projects, So this is something, another advantage of this Terrace community. Yeah.
All right, thanks for having you guys today.
All right.
And the Parmar family here since 1969, and that was a great interview. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. You too.